Here we are in Germany, heading towards Munich on the Autobahn as such. And as you can see, this section of the Autobahn has no speed limit. So therefore, the traffic's very sparse. The Autobahn, the motorway itself, is in very good condition. It's billiard table smooth, as you can see. And as you glance across to me, and as you glance at my speed and so forth, even though we're doing this is perfectly legal and it's perfectly safe to do so, even though we're approaching 180 kilometres an hour, and we're going to be increasing right to the vehicle's VMAX. And I'm even at 178 indicated kilometres an hour. It's about 174, 175. The vehicle's still very stable, even though it's not what we call the driver's car per se. And as you can see, we're still approaching other cars and so forth and that. And even so, this is a case of where you choose a speed to suit the conditions. It's not a case of where driving flat out's paramount at all times. It's a case of where you've got to take into account the weather conditions, the condition of your vehicle, the standard of your own driving, the tyres you're running on the vehicle. Everything plays a part, and hence why you don't see any do-gooders in the outside lane, unlike the serious problem Australia has with regards to motorway driving. And even though we're still sitting on 165, 170 kilometres an hour and increasing yet again. And as you can see, the car's very stable. There's no dangerous manoeuvres, nothing whatsoever. The tyres are up at 38 psi all round, and the tyres are in very good condition. And as a result, even though we're coming to an 80 kilometre an hour zone now, not one issue with regards to danger or anything like that. Safety is not compromised. Even if you look further ahead, safety is not compromised in any circumstances. And but even so, we've still got to adhere to some of the speed limits and such. But these are a temporary measure only. And as you can see up here, it becomes a deep restricted zone yet again. So therefore, same adage applies again. Safe speed for the prevailing conditions. If you're all over the road doing these kinds of speeds, or whether you're only doing 80, you'll be pulled over for dangerous driving. But if you're doing 200 plus, even though this car won't go past 200, and if you're driving safely as such, you're not all over the road, you're driving safely, you're not driving dangerously, anything like that, there's no reason why this can't be done in a safe manner. And as the roads clearly attest. We're still 309 kilometres out of Stuttgart as such, but as you can see up here, we've got light traffic heading towards Munich as such. We may go into Munich briefly, and that same thing again. Pick a speed that suits the conditions, even though it's at 170 at the moment, but we'll be going much faster once the traffic sparse gets a little bit more sparse. Same thing again, pick a speed to suit the conditions. And we're reducing to 150 because we've got traffic here and such. And as stated before, choose a speed to suit the conditions. It doesn't mean drive flat out everywhere as such. Choose a speed to suit the conditions. We've got this little Toyota, looks like a Toyota Starlet, or no, tell lies, it's a Ford Fiesta up ahead as such, probably about a 1992 model, and he's doing around about 142, 143 kilometres an hour. But see, same thing again, he gets out in the outside lane. Doesn't mean you have to be a fast driver. Not all Germans like to drive fast, but by the same token, they know what safe driving is, and that means no do-gooders in the outside lane of the motorway, which Australia has a very serious problem, which is clearly not being addressed because there's no money in it in comparison to enforcing draconian, mentally retarded speed limits on the motorway. Same thing again, we're increasing our speed, and as we look up ahead, we've got a couple of trucks. So once we get a bit close, about 250 metres away, we simply just take our foot off the accelerator and just let the vehicle roll up to it progressively as such, without taxing the brakes excessively or anything like that. And this is how German Autobahn driving works. Australia clearly needs to be taught how to drive properly on motorways, irrespective of how fast you choose to drive. There is a serious problem in regards to the training that Australia receives. In other words, there isn't any. Pure and simple. So we need to get that addressed. Campbell Newman, you need to start pulling your finger out of your ass and stop using the motorist as a cash cow to raise revenue. Your credibility's already smashed. I suggest you pull your finger out and start taking note of what the driver focuses on and sees. You're not looking good in anybody's eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cut.